Hello, everybody, and welcome to this new YouTube edition of Tech Town. I have with us our esteemed Mr. Ellsberg.
That's right. Hey guys, how's it going?
Yo, and so we're going to try and see if we can do this. So Mr. Ellsberg is on the other side of the country, but we may be able to do some Tech Town magic to teleport him here.
That's right. So today we're going to try this new program and see how it works. We were obviously having some issues last week with Jigsaw, so we want to be able to use this different program. It might be a little bit easier for you, and we are hoping that it is. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
All right. Cool, and we also want to make sure you guys can hear and see everything. We're going to do a little bit of the screen sharing, so let us know. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this. We have the screen sharing will start up in a bit, but hopefully this works a little easier for everybody to see, and it's not going to totally break like Jigsaw broke last year or last week. All right, so today's Tech Town is on artificial intelligence and AI. So there's a ton of artificial intelligence sort of craziness out there, and some of it is more scary than it is real, but a lot of it is more real than it is scary.
Right. So you got like the scary stuff that's in like iRobot and stuff like that, and then you got the real awesome stuff like R2-D2 and C3PO. And I'm really excited to hear what Professor Bauman has for us today, so we can learn how to get that R2-D2 hookup.
Exactly right. One thing right. Okay. So, artificial intelligence, it's kind of, you kind of have to define it. You have to say, like, what does that mean? And a lot of people would argue we're already kind of there. You know, some people think, oh, that's in the future when, you know, the Terminator or these crazy robots. A lot of people could argue that we're already in the age of artificial intelligence. The question is, where do you draw that line? You know, when does artificial intelligence go from just being a stupid little a video game, artificial intelligence just knows how to play Pong or like Halo or something that's pretty better, a lot better, versus it's actually, you know, what we're kind of thinking of as the golden nugget of artificial intelligence. It's like a person, you know, like it feels love and all these kinds of things. So that's where it gets a little interesting. You know, what are we? So let me quick make an argument for why we're already in the age of artificial intelligence. If you think of computers and the internet these days, it may not be the artificial intelligence, the kind of stuff that, you know, that has all these emotions, but you can't really live our current lives without this kind of technology. So in a way, we're already these cyborgs because we have a cyborg is part man, part machine kind of thing. We're already there. Like, we have these cell phones, we have bank accounts, we have credit cards. We have kind of video cameras. We have cell phone cameras. So we have all sorts of things that are already kind of like, oh, whoa.
Beam me in.
Whoa.
I use the tube technology.
The future tube technology, Hyperloop.
That's right. So we are trying to do a simultaneous picture-in-picture, and so that's not working, so I don't think we're going to continue running our...
Ejected. That fixed the problem.
Okay.
Okay. So, right, 10 years from now, you would expect, okay, artificial intelligence is going to be 10 times better.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's actually getting better and better faster than that, and there's something that's kind of weird. It reaches a point where artificial intelligence gets as good at or better than our human brains, and at that point, it doesn't just start getting better and better, it starts getting way better, and it starts getting better way faster. And this is the kind of thing, and they even have a word for this now called the singularity, and this one guy coined the term singularity, because what he's saying is, what if the computers can get better enough to make themselves better? You know, right now, kind of the humans are on the winning side. We're the ones making computers better. Right. But if the computers are just as smart as the humans, they're going to start making themselves better.
Okay.
And as they do that, they're going to start making themselves better and better, faster and better and faster, and then faster and better.
Right. So once you start down that spiral, the upward spiral,
exactly,
how you look at it, yeah.
Right.
Once you start that motion, it's a domino effect. It's not going to stop.
Exactly. Right. And so you can imagine a world where the computers get so good, so fast that they can do anything. And I'm not just talking about anything we can think of and like anything that our computers we'd hope could do. I'm talking about anything like time travel and warp speeds and start new universes and like destroy all life and all of these things. And so it's kind of even hard to imagine because it's such a weird concept, but it just starts spiraling up or down, whatever you want to think of it, spiraling so hardcore that it will be, computers will become one with physical matter, which will become one with aliens, which will become one with the universe. It's kind of a crazy topic.
Really abstract.
Yeah, you can start going down these crazy paths because nobody really knows what it's going to be like when things are so smart, so fast.
Right.
So you can watch. This guy's name is Ray Kurzweil, and he's the main guy talking about the singularity.
Okay.
I'll include in the notes a video. You can watch him talk about it because it's pretty interesting. It's pretty weird.
Cool.
Last but not least, there's some sweet movies that involve artificial intelligence, so I'll include them in the show notes. But obviously, the Terminator, that's one version that says the robots are going to destroy us all.
Yeah.
But Arnold Schwarzenegger obviously is part of it.
Yeah. So then the robots also save us in that case as well.
Well, you got to watch the movie to see.
What's going to happen?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, they haven't made that last Terminator yet.
Right. That's true. They'll never make the last Terminator. Wall-E was a fun movie. That was a Disney movie, and it was about a little robot guy, and it's interesting. It's a good kind of view. The Matrix, Short Circuit, The Iron Giant, that's a nice one, and 2001: A Space Odyssey, that's kind of a classic, where the computers take over, and it's kind of weird.
Those are good. You kind of skipped over Short Circuit, which has a special place in my heart, in where I am from.
That's true, man. That movie. Town.
The original Wall-E, and I don't mean the rapper out of Washington D.C. I mean Short Circuit.
That's true, basically.
Yeah.
That's who it was based on, more or less.
Okay.
All right, cool. So that about wraps up the AI. Let me know if you guys want to know more about it because there are so many other things about AI, and if you want to know game AI and computer AI, that's cool.
All right.
All right, now it's time for the music side of the week. Music side.
Wow.
Music. All right, so today's music side of the week is Band Geeks Gone Wild.
Band Geeks Gone Wild.
Band Geeks Gone Wild.
Well, they took that name from something interesting.
Yeah, I have no idea what. No idea.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to share.
What's going on with Band Geeks Gone Wild?
Share my screen here. I think the sound hopefully is still working. Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. Good. We're back on. All right, so.
If we look at bandgeeksgonewild.com, this is a family-friendly thing. It's actually a really cool idea. It's these guys, they're just musicians who wrote music but didn't have enough people to be in their band. And what they said is why don't we just put this out to the internet and we get everybody else to be in our band and record their parts, and then we'll put them all together. So what they did is they just give out the sheet music. You can say, okay, I want to do it on French horn. I want to do it on guitar, whatever instrument you want. And then you can look up their sheet music, and you play it, and you record it, and you send it back to them, and then they'll put it all together into a full band song.
Wow.
So, yeah, I mean, this is something that you've played a little bit of an instrument or a lot, or even you don't know it all, but you just want something to figure out how to be a part of the band. And this will be a great way that you can, over the internet, be a part of the band.
Yeah, play one. I want to hear what one sounds like. Okay, this is what you play? We might as well try.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this, but...
Ooh, I like this beat.
Oh yeah,
that's a crispy beat.
Crispy beat.
Woo!
So yeah, I think this is.
I like how they use SoundCloud too. SoundCloud, remember, it was our website 2 weeks ago. Go on to SoundCloud, follow some people you like. This might be. If you like some of their stuff.
Exactly. Cool. So yeah, and if you want to actually contribute, then you just click there, and it'll let you know how to play it on whatever instrument you want. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think the kind of the future of bands across the internet is going to be pretty cool. So I'm curious to see if people actually join the bands online.
Okay. So what else we got?
All right, now it's time for Mr. Ellsberg Side of the Week. Mr. Ellsberg Side of the Week.
All right, so this week we've got I Love You Like a Fat Lady Loves Apples.com, and this is an interactive site where you get to play as the lady who is a little overweight at the moment, And here's what you do. You're going to start, you're going to move her mouse with the hand. She goes and picks up the apple.
The apple.
And she eats the apple, and then what?
Oh, yeah, she wants more.
Another
She wants
apple.
more.
Kids, by the way.
Wow.
That's right.
This is like
Pick up
a
the apple.
story, but a game.
Eat it! Oh, right.
Nice.
And then, oh, yep,
Yeah,
once more. And if you
more.
see, she's getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Can you, like, throw the apple away?
Oh, no!
A little bit of core. Oh,
hey,
I want the core. I want the core.
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
Come
There we go.
All right, we need to finish up this core. Because this lady,
nice.
guess what? She wants some more.
And you know what? I played around with this a little bit, and there's actually, like, more things that happen. So I encourage you guys to go and explore and try and, like, throw the apple away or, like, drop it or do a lot of them or something. There's some interesting things that happen with this lady who loves apples.
Come on. And we won't get really into this, but if she eats a lot of apples, something awesome happens.
Yeah, you guys have to. If you guys can email us with the thing that happens after she eats too many apples, we'll give you a prize apple.
That's right. Okay.
Excellent. As always, great. Very useful. Useful side of the week.
All right, and finally,
this
week, we've got your
security tip of the week.
Just the security tip. Just the security tip.
That's great. Okay, so this week, security tip is just a quick definition of encryption. So I have here just a website that's a good website that kind of talks about how encryption works. It's a whole big long article. It's lots of pages. This is a page in the middle. This is talking about part of it. But the reason it's really important is because this is kind of what we base everything we think is secure and safe on the internet. We base it on this whole principle. So if that's wrong, or if somebody hacks this, or if the government has a way to break this, we're all screwed.
Wow.
But encryption, what encryption is basically taking anything you want that is readable, so like maybe it's your name or your password or credit card numbers or a big long story you wrote. It's taking all this stuff, jibble-jabbling it all up into these weird characters and all this other stuff that the whole point is that no one could go from the weird jibble-jabble back to the original without the secret key. So that's kind of what this is all based on. If you can take, they call it plain text, anything that's regular, normal text, and then jibble-jabble it up with this special key, the only way you can ever get it back is that special key.
Wow.
And so the way that they do this is math. It's interesting. So what they'll do is they'll basically, let's say you have this password.
Okay.
They'll take it and they'll do this crazy math thing to it. And math is really at the basis of this. And that's why it's so correct, is that it's based on math that's way older than computers.
Right.
And all it's saying is that, okay, you're going to do this crazy thing to the plain text and turn it into encrypted text. And the encrypted text isn't just like the same amount of letters, and it isn't like, one letter off. It's not like A equals 1, B equals 2. Those are kind of older kinds of cryptography. Right. This encryption is totally crazy. Maybe just the letter A, once you encrypt it with this special key, could become, 20 different characters, like @ symbols and dashes and whatever. So the whole point is it looks nothing like the A. It looks totally different. And this is going on 1 million times a day with everything you own. And it's just, you don't even see it. It's kind of in the background. But it's what keeps us safe. It's what keeps our money in our bank accounts. It's what keeps other people from spying on us, theoretically. And so it's all because of this math. And if you want to look up about hashing, that's part of it, encryption, and these algorithms. Algorithm is another word about how to kind of do something programmatically with the computer. And there's lots of way crazier details, but I just wanted you guys to know that encryption, it isn't something that's totally scary, and it isn't something that's magical and mystical. It's just this math that will take something that's totally usable by everyone, make it only usable by the certain people who have that secret password.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that? So, make sure you have good passwords so that nobody else can do these special things.
That's right. Passwords are super important. As you can tell, it's a big part of security on the internet for your personal use. So let's go back over what we did today. And I know that we cut out for a little bit while we were trying to figure out some of the the audio stuff. We're gonna try to use the Google Hangout YouTube ability a little bit more because we found that Jigsaw, as you know, what happened last week, it cuts out in Google. Do you know when's the last time Google's not worked?
Except for today. But that was our fault.
Today.
That was our fault. That was
user error.
Yeah, user error.
User error.
We're going to be better at this. But yeah, hopefully, and then, you know, if there's multiple, if we're in different places, like we kind of were at the beginning,
yep.
We can have both of us. So I think it'll be a good way to go.
Right, exactly. So let's go over what we did today. So we talked about
artificial intelligence.
AI?
Yeah, this AI business, they're getting good at it. I'd recommend checking out Watson. Watson, you know, if you're going to look at anything, look at Watson. It's cool to see him on Jeopardy. You can kind of see a video of him, I say him, but you'd see a video of the computer on Jeopardy, you know, doing great. But imagine, you know, you're going to be able to tell a computer a topic, and it's going to understand what that means. And it's going to be able to look up, and that's totally different than before. Instead of a deep understanding.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like on your phone. If you have a new phone using Siri, if you have an Apple phone, that's the one that gets all the pub. But you know, even if you have an Android, that also has voice recognition capabilities.
Exactly. So even every day, all these people are just right now using it. So it's kind of amazing how far we've come even in the last 10 years. But imagine in 10 more years. You know, it's not just that we're going to get better and better. We're going to get way better, and it's going to get way better. And so you can imagine hotel clerks or grocery stores, they're all going to be turning into robots because it'll work at that point.
Right.
And then watch some of those movies, Short Circuit especially.
Short Circuit.
Yeah. So then
Check it out.
Music was about bandgeeksgonewild.com, which is a site where you can actually take part in an online band. So you record your own little part, and you can send it to them. And via SoundCloud, they'll put it all together and have a whole band.
That's a pretty sweet. Site.
I mean,
Band Geeks Gone Wild.
Exactly. We had a site from Mr. Ellsberg, which was about this lady who really likes her apples.
She is a huge fan of apples, so much so that she ends up having a few weight issues, and then something occurs at the end. Check it out.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yep. And finally, on the security segment, we had encryption, which is basically responsible for all of your security and safety with computers. It's this way of taking something that's totally open and readable by everybody, doing this math, saying here's our secret key, and then it comes out with jibble jabble. Go from jibble jabble back to normal. That secret key, and that's based on math that's really old, and it's probably right.
That's right. Well, thanks for coming this week, and we're going to do our best to make sure that we got all the bugs figured out next week, and we'll be seeing you next Tuesday.
Exactly. All right. See you guys then.
All right.